Welcome back to What Arty Noobs for General Disturbance. This is the 212A, it's the Tier 9 Soviet SPG. This one's located on the northeast corner of Arctic region, otherwise known as Mannheim Line, and it's under the command of Angelina75 of OLIMP, and it's her first contribution to this week's competition to get the weekend lion. Game on! Well, as you may know, Talon won last week's competition by a very narrow margin because Angelina's game didn't manage to get a Confederate and Talon's did, and the medal divided them. So in the end, it was Talon who had a nice weekend lion, whilst Angelina had to get up and look after Remy as he ran around the house. Yes, he's a very active little boy. And that's why it's rather nice to have a weekend lion sometime. Well, Angelina set the first replay in, and we'll get to see exactly how much of a lead she's actually placing over Talon. Okay, she's going high next to the bunker, which is well, it's not that dangerous straight away because in theory, oh, somebody just died very suddenly there. I think that was an SU-130 PM, just went straight there. Well, it's a Forest Spirit actually, went straight back to the garage. Very quick death. And several more have died since, and that was a lovely direct hit there on the AMX M451. So it looks like there's going to be a really big battle down at the south. There's lots of tanks facing off against each other, and Angelina's lining up a shot now for a tortoise. Now, if you know about the competition, then obviously I don't really need to explain to you, but if you are new to the channel and you haven't heard about it before, Angelina75 and Talon 1958, or the pair of them are a couple, and they share a little boy named Remy. And he gets up early in the morning to go out and play with his toys and switch the lights on and run around the house. And as a consequence, at the weekend, it's quite nice for them to have a weekend lion, or at least one of them can. The other one has to get up and look after Remy because he gets up very early every day. Rounds out, looks good. Lands just in front of two of them. When you've got a big bunch of tanks like that, it sometimes can just be, even if you get a shell to land just in front of them, it actually can inhibit them from actually moving forward whilst they're stunned. It's a tier 10 game with tier 8 tanks in it, so Angelina's middle tier. Now, the way the competition works is that you try to get the best result in Arty. Oh, she just got a kill! Yep, she wiped out the tortoise, but it wasn't that was just important. She actually hit, I think, about 4 tanks at the same time and picked up hit points off all of them. And that's had a big effect down this end because although the scores are still 3-3, 2 tanks seem to die virtually simultaneously on the enemy team down that end, and our guys are actually struggling, and now they're not struggling so much. Well, the M5Y just got stunned. So the way the competition works and scoring is that it's firstly on the best mastery badge that you can get. And if they can both get a game of the same mastery, then it's divided by whether or not they get medals. And if they get a medal, doesn't matter which medal, but if they get a medal, oh, another kill! Oh, Angelina's setting a very, very tough one for the Talon to follow. So 2 kills now. And if they both have the same mastery and the same medal, or same number of medals, then it goes down to the win 8 of the game. So if the win 8 is there should be a difference in win 8 on the games at the very least. Rounds out, lands in front of the T95 but stuns him, and we did pick up a little bit, 49 hit points, but he's still stunned, and I think he's about to take a hit. Yes, he did. So we've got some more stun assist. In fact, that T95 is now basically surrounded because there's a turtle behind him as well, one on our team. Although he's not shooting in that direction, he's going for the M5Y. Rounds out. Very difficult shot. And he gets it. She gets it, rather. 128, and she got the stun assist. And now we're 5 tanks up on the enemy. Luckily, the enemy Arty wasn't doing counter battery because he was just too busy sending shells at our tanks to do anything against Angelina. Because, of course, Angelina retained the same position for quite a long time during that fight. But our team are now moving towards the enemy cap, and so is Angelina. The objective is to try and get as close so you can get a quicker reaction on the enemy team. In fact, she's now spotted a few of the enemy, and she's trying to get a shot on them. First one's the Scorpion, going up onto the duck. We call it the duck because that's the shape of the actual area that the Scorpion's on. If you look at it on the screen, it looks like a duck. The opposite one looks like a mouse or a cat. And a big hit on the 212A, 365 hit points. Remember, he only has 460, so he just lost 3/4 of his health with one shot. Now, these shells will do 900 alpha. They penetrate 53 millimeters of armor, and the standard reload, 37.39 seconds, but Angelina's got it down to 29.8. She's almost ready to fire again. One of the things about Arty is that you do have a very long reload time. So you have to select what you're going to fire at. Now, she's using the mini-map to aim at the 212A. And I think that looks about right. Well, if he didn't move, he's going to suffer damage. Angelina getting closer. Of course, she can't hit the E4 or the T30 at the moment because the rock's in the way. So she's making the best use of what she can to actually get closer to the enemy, close the angles, and make it easier to get hits. The 212A has probably retreated to try and get away from Angelina's guns. But we've now even spotted a Shure S1 in the forest, in the tree line. So Angelina can get a shot from over here on that target. Okay, where is he? She's using the mini-map. Yep, use the mini-map. That's the way to do it. Line it up. That's perfect. Can't see him, but we can see the trees are knocked down. So it's very likely he's in that tree line there. That landed a bit short, I think, but... Okay, the T30's gone down into the dip to try and make it difficult because, yeah, as you can see, it was a little further back on the strip. Yeah, the T30's actually gone into the dip, so he can pop up every now and then, take a shot. But there's only 3 left on the enemy team. The 212A, and he won't be alive for very much longer. Rounds out, lands on the ground directly in front of him, but stuns him, slows him down. The 212A's just gone down to our Scorpion. T30 is still there, but it's very difficult to hit him because of the position. It's like shooting for a piece of paper that's that thin, you know, it's very, very thin. You're looking at it side on. Yes, okay, so can she get it done? Rounds out. Yes, she does hit him. And he goes down the next shot, so Angelina picked up a lot of stun assist. And that is the end of the game. I can see that Angelina's going to be very difficult to beat this week because she managed to get a first-class tanker out of that game, as well as a bruiser medal for getting at least 5 critical hits. In fact, she managed to get 9, and she got a Confederate as well, so she picked up a medal for hitting more of the enemy than anyone else on her team, and her win rate from that game is 3,290, which is Super Unicum standard. Let's have a look at the team score. Didn't get the highest damage, but came very close because the Tortoise was the high score on our team. He got 4,098 hit points, and he picked up a Confederate. And Angelina also got a Confederate, and of course she picked up 2,739 hit points in second place. In third place, we have the T30 on the enemy team, their last player alive. He got 2,632 hit points. When it came to kills, well, in this battle, Angelina did get 2 kills, which puts her in second place. But the joint first place was the Super Conqueror with 3 kills and the T30 and the M5Y on the enemy team. And Angelina was alongside the Turtle One, the Scorpion on her own team, and the T26E5. And when it came to base XP, Angelina's in third place because the Tortoise managed to get 1,134. The Turtle managed to get 1,109. They were the only 2 players to manage to get over 1,000 base, but Angelina was in third place with 962. So a very good game for Angelina because she got second place on damage, she got second place on kills, and she got third place on base XP. So she was doing very, very well in that game. In fact, she was pumping the shells out and having a dramatic effect upon the battle. So yes, it really was a good game. 13 shots fired, 5 direct hits on the enemy. None of them penetrated, but she did get 14 splashes, 2,739 hit points of damage, all of which was at more than 300 meters. Damaged 8 of the enemy, killed 2, and did 1,308 hit points of stun assist of 12 stuns. A little more stun assist, I think she might have got an ace tanker. Now, the word is that if she gets an ace tanker, she wins the weekend line straight away, because that's the rules. So she was narrowly missing getting the weekend line for next week straight away with the first shot. But she has done that before. On a free-to-play account, Angelina managed to get 88,335 credits out of that game. And she also took away 1,924 experience points. So she says, yay, a great start to the week. Well, it really is, because this was a superb performance. And she was pumping those shells in as hard as she could to get them on target and getting great shots, which were over ridge lines as well, which is very difficult to do. Because, as I said, you're trying to get the aim exactly right to stop the shell exploding on the ridgeline instead of exploding on the target, which is just the other side of it. So very, very difficult, very good shooting, and a nice result. So we'll have to wait and see exactly what Talon comes up with, but it's going to have to be good. In fact, I suspect that he might actually have to try and come up with an ace tanker if Talon wants to get a weekend line. And yes, he has done that as well, and sometimes in response to Angelina. But Angelina gets more difficult to beat every week that she plays because she's an incredibly good pupil, and Talon taught her how to play Arty. And I think he's now realizing that he's got one of those star pupils who can really lay the hammer on the enemy in great battles. I hope you enjoyed that replay. If you did, please give this video a like. Do subscribe to our channel. Leave a little comment down below because it feeds the algorithm. And thank you for watching.